guys, it is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I have kind of talked about a little bit of this on my platform before. If you guys are new to my spiritual journey, my name is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And today, title of today's video is Church Hurt. And yeah, I've shared a little bit about me experiencing church hurt on my channel. Over the next couple of days, I was talking to God, and he said he wanted me to talk about different types of hurt. So the previous video, you guys make sure you go check that out. I talk about family hurt, dealing with family hurt. Today's video, this particular video, is church hurt. And I'm just speaking from my own personal experience about hurt. God said that there are a lot of hurting people out there. So God wanted me to share my experiences where I've been hurt, and not only that, where I've been hurt or I've hurt other people. Just being honest, So, because I'm sure we all have been guilty of, being hurt and hurting others, So, today, church hurt. I had previously talked about my experience with church hurt on my platform before, looking down at my notes. I talked about, me being in a church, being in a choir, and also I talk about where I experienced where I had gotten pregnant, with my first daughter, and I wasn't married. And back in the days, they didn't play that whole, you getting pregnant and being in the choir and not being married, and back in the day they didn't, it was old school, it was old school. Now it's a lot different. But back in my day, when I had got pregnant with my daughter, it was not okay to be, how can I say it, being pregnant without being married. The church wasn't too happy about that. Let's just put it that way. Just trying to put it in, y'all know what I'm trying to say. So back in my day, if when I got pregnant and I wasn't married, so I was an active member in the church. I was in the choir. I was just doing a lot of things. And when I got pregnant, I wasn't married. I was no longer allowed to do those things. So I wasn't allowed to work with the youth. I wasn't allowed to sing in the choir anymore. I wasn't allowed to do a lot of things. So that really hurt me, and I was like, what, 21. So that really hurt me, experiencing that, because I had never experienced it. Now, I had seen other people in the church, as they call it, being sat down. I saw other people, experience it, but I wasn't them, so I didn't know how it felt. But I always said, when I saw it happen to people, I always said, like, oh wow, that doesn't look too, they don't look too happy. But when I experienced it, it was a hurting thing, to be able to do what I loved, singing in a choir, working with the young people, just, what I felt like, I was participating and doing my part in church, so to experience that and not be able to do that, it was a hurting thing. I was angry at the church. I was angry at my pastor at the time. I was just angry at everyone because I felt like it was everybody's fault, not, really taking responsibility for what part I took in it. But that's how it was back in my day. If you were an active church member and you weren't married and you got pregnant, yeah, it was definitely a no-go. It was a no. The church didn't allow a lot of things, But like I said, things have changed now. I am not here to judge anybody or say anybody's wrong. I'm not here for that. I'm just sharing my spiritual journey. I'm just sharing with you what I experienced, And once again, talking about church hurt. That's what I'm talking about today. So I'm sure many people have experienced church hurt. I'm sure many of you have experienced church hurt. You know, I have talking to, you know, other people that have experienced church hurt, you know. And you know, they've shared their stories with me as well about church hurt, you know, different things, you know, that happened in church that hurt them. So to me, it was rough. It was really hard. You know, I cried a lot. I wanted to leave the church. I didn't want to stay at the church. I wanted to leave it. And I did. I wanted to just walk away from the church, walk away from God, you know, because I felt like, you know, God, why are you letting them hurt me? I'm just trying to do what you want me to do, you know. But I also had to realize what part I took in it. Like I said, I had to take, you know, inventory over my life, you know, and say what part I took in this. But I was bitter, I was angry, I was mad at everybody, and I was just not taking ownership. Things have changed, like I said. Nowadays, let me look at my notes. It was just, you know, thinking about how I felt, you know, and I can remember going home saying, oh, I'm not ever going back to church. I'm never going back to church. I'm through. And I was like saying, God, how could you let them hurt me like this? How could you let them hurt me? How could you let them do this to me? I can remember crying out to God saying that. And I remember saying, oh, like saying to God, God, I'm mad at you for letting them hurt me. And just truly not taking ownership of my part, the part that I played in it, is what I'm saying. You know, because of course I knew, here it is. Now let me clear the picture. Let me, you know, paint the full picture. Here it is. I was a woman of God, living for Christ. I had dedicated my life to Christ. You know, my salvation, living for Christ. And I know that if I'm saying that I'm living, you know, by the Bible, living by God's commandments, you know, living my salvation, you know, living for Christ, I know that being, you know, with someone out of marriage is a sin. You know, just talking about, you know what, me living for God. And I knew that I was wrong. You know, I knew that I was wrong for what I was doing. I knew it, but I was still doing it. And you know what? As time went on, I realized, like, you know, how am I sitting here working with the youth, being in the choir, up in front of the church, you know, praising God, singing in the choir, doing everything like I was just Miss Perfect, and I wasn't, you know. But like I said in my previous video, why I talk about that, I talk about it more, you know, I go more into detail. So make sure you guys go check that video out. You know, just how I talk about, and me thinking about it, like, you know, here it is, I'm saying one thing, but I'm doing another. And, you know, I was hiding the fact. You know, I thought, oh, no one would know. Nobody knows what I'm doing. Nobody knows. But what I was doing, God revealed it. Because here it is, I'm trying to hide and cover up what I was doing. And God revealed it. God brought the sin, what I was doing, He brought it to light. So, you know, that hurt as well. You know, my secrets, you know, being revealed, that hurt as well. So, yeah, and you know, I experienced the church people, you know, looking at me funny, treating me funny. You know, I experienced all that. I experienced it, and it took some getting used to. Like I said, I was bitter, I was angry. But I went to God, and God said to me, you have to own up to what part you played in this. God said, you are willfully sinning. You are doing what you want to do. You're supposed to be living for me. You say you love me. You say you're living by my commandments. You're living by my word, but you're not. God said, you know, you're sneaking around, hiding what you're really doing. And He said, I'm going to reveal. I'm going to show everybody just what you're doing. You know, and once I experienced that embarrassment, and, you know, I realized that it wasn't about other people. It wasn't about other people. It was about me and my relationship with God, what I did wrong, you know, towards God, my relationship with God. It wasn't about man anymore, because God helped me realize, you know, even though I was hurt by man, even though I blamed man, God told me, you're blaming other people. God said, no, this is me. God said, this is between me and you. God said, you've done wrong by me. And that's what we do. We blame other people, you know. Oh, he or she, they did this. And God said, no, this isn't about other people. God said, this is about my relationship with you, our one-on-one relationship. This man has nothing to do with this. God said, this is me and you. God said, you've wronged me. God said, you sinned against me, not man. Because man ain't got to heaven or hell to put you in. God said, you sinned against me. That's what you need to be looking at. And once God helped me realize, made me realize that, I mean, I'm being honest, I was still a little angry and bitter. I was, but as time went on, you know, I got over it, you know, and, but it hurt. It still hurt, you know, and I mean, I know people that have dealt with church hurt. I know a lot of people that have dealt with church hurt. And, you know, God has me talking about different types of hurt, you know, over the next couple of days. And God is here to help us with any hurt that we're experiencing. You know, church hurt, family hurt, friends hurt, relationship hurt, financial hurt, mental hurt, whatever type of hurt that you are experiencing, God is here for you. God is here to help you. God is here to strengthen you. God is here to give you a fresh spirit, a fresh mind, healing. God is here to heal your hurt. He's here because God has helped me heal from so much hurt. Mental hurt, physical hurt, spiritual hurt, friend, all of these hurts that I'll be talking about over the next couple of days, God has helped me heal from all of them. And who knows what's going to happen in the future. I know at the end of the day, God is here with me and God will help me heal. God will help me. So he just wanted me to come and share that. You know, God is here for us and God is with you and God will heal you. He will help you get through anything. So, yeah. This is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Go in the description box. Click on that link to my second video, guys. Show me some love and support on my second channel. Thank you guys so much for watching.